Is it recording? Yes, it is. Jesus, great start to the first episode. Asking, is it recording? Brilliant start. Anyway, so, hey guys, welcome back. Whoa, okay. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with the podcast. You cannot cut anything. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. And welcome to the first episode of the Shuban Gooner Podcast. Now, this is a brand new thing that I'm doing. It's not going to be according to any schedule or something. But one thing that I will make sure is that any episode that I do record will have a guest in it. So for today, before I waffle on anymore, I thought it would be quite fitting to get, for the first episode, to have the guest who featured me on the first episode of his podcast. Go on, son, introduce yourself.
You already know.
What do they already know? What do they already know? God.
I'm Savion. I have my podcast, the MNL podcast, which I haven't uploaded to in a year.
That's so
but I'm back. I'm back at it.
Damn. This is the type of person that I brought on the podcast. Someone who quit after like 2 episodes.
It's fine. I'm doing something else.
That's true.
It's kind of the same thing. I'm doing like a radio show in my school, but
he is
it's the
actually.
same thing.
He is. Do you want to plug it? Do you want to plug the site? Do you want me to leave
No.
it? Do you want me to leave it down below?
It's fine. No one really listens to it anyway. So
realistically, I'm your only listener. Like, that's not an exaggeration.
No, there's a couple other listeners, but like for the most part, no one really listens to that radio in general. I don't know why. It's not plugged up. It's not plugged enough, honestly. Anyways, we're going on a tangent. Go back to your thing.
I dictate when we go on a tangent. Okay, you don't dictate when we go on a tangent. But yes,
okay.
For once you were right. We did go on a bit of a tangent there. Anyway, I guess I'll just start by introducing what this is. So, obviously, I'm constantly trying to expand the type of content that I create, and if anything, a podcast is like the prime staple for the morals and values of the Shuban Gooner channel. Now, okay, I'm not trying to make myself sound like the Justice League with morals and values, but I do pride myself on the fact that I consistently do this thing, despite the fact that I get about 20 views per video. I think I do pride myself on that, because realistically I don't get much reward for making videos, but it's something that I always like doing. So I feel like a podcast, which is going to get 5 views, I feel like that's the staple of my YouTube channel. So I decided at this point, this is what I want to do, and therefore you have been blessed with the Shuban Gooner Podcast. And yeah, like I said, there's not going to be any schedule to it, because I just don't want to follow a schedule. I'm not going to make a promise every Wednesday I'm going to upload. I'm just know that's not going to happen realistically. So whenever I get a guest, I will upload, and any episode that I do make will have a guest in it. I'll never make a solo podcast, unless you count my podcast from back in the day, Transformers 4 Talk. That was an absolute classic. Oh
my goodness.
I remember I uploaded that to YouTube, right? And we had this kid, I think his name was George. He was a senior in the school in the high school, and we were freshmen, but for extra credit or something, he had to help coach the freshman PE class.
Oh, is this yeah? I think I know this. I think I know this guy.
And I never spoke to him before, right? One day he just comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, how was Transformers 4, bruh?"
Imagine you've never spoken to a guy, and apparently he listens to your podcast,
bro. I had to, because I did the 200 video special the other day, so I had to go back and listen to the Transformers 4 podcast. It's so full of rubbish, 15-year-old Shuban Gooner. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, so I figured there's no specific title to any of these podcasts, because I always get annoyed when a podcast has a title and it's 2 hours long. I want to listen to that specific part. I'm not going to listen to 2 hours for that one part. So I'm just going to title each podcast episode with the name of the guest. I think that's reasonable. So episode 1, Savion Garcia. Let's begin.
Yes.
Let's begin with an actual flow of questions instead of going on a tangent. How's your year? How's 2018 for you?
That's a good question. we're nearing the end actually.
We
So
are.
that's a very appropriate time to ask that question.
That's why I
It was
asked.
good. I really. It was okay. Let's say it was a very like up and down year.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was senior year, obviously, of high school. That's the first half of this year, and that's when like I was like the most like stressed and like I had the most work, and I don't know. It's just then I lost so much motivation after the first semester of senior year. Because the first semester of senior year, I was like really on the ball and like making sure that like I could be like all my admission stuff was on point for college and stuff. And yeah, that whole half of the year was really like just straining because we were just all of us seniors were basically like, you know what, we're tired of this kind of, you know that feeling where you just like I just can't do this anymore. So there was a lot of people. We were all just like waiting for graduation. But then once graduation hit, man, it was like that's when it went. It's just when it kept going up and up because like everyone was just free from from IB for 3 years. Actually, it was after all the exams were done. That's when we like celebrated. But yeah, like this whole year has been really good. Like I'm really blessed that I'm going to college, that I have, I was able to study abroad, and yeah, I mean it's been really eventful, and I'm grateful for it. How about you?
Yeah, 2018's been a massive like learning curve for me. Like obviously, similar to Savion, I graduated this year, albeit 4 months after him. Okay, that makes it sound like I got held back or something. No, we're just in two different education systems. Savion did the American system where they go, Jesus, voice crack. Savion did the American system where they go from August until June, and then they have summer break. I also have summer break, but because I live in Australia, I go from end of January to end of November. So I graduated right at the end of November, which was like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, so I did it a bit later than Savion, but we both eventually got there. Yeah, obviously I can relate to a lot of things you were saying there. It was stressful, but it could have been worse. That's how I see it. We also have two different systems. Like you did the IB, I did the Australian OP program. So like I can't like sit here and say, oh, it wasn't that stressful. For me, it was stressful, but it wasn't like. I feel like it could have been more stressful. Not that I'm saying I wanted it to be more stressful, but like to a different person, it could have been more. But
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it was only stressful to me because I made it stressful on myself. Like I didn't really try too hard. I really wish I tried more. Like I wish I studied more during that part of the year because like if I did, the stress level like been a lot lower because I was just not motivated to do it because like I finished all the admissions, like all my college admissions, I already sent it all, and I was just on a waiting game basically. I was just there waiting, and I had no like motivation to like study or anything.
What do you
but
think?
That's normal with a lot.
Yeah, but like, what do you think the because maybe I'm asking this because I can't really relate. But what do you think that lack of motivation was down to? You say like it's like because you did all your applications and stuff like that, but like how does that? I'm like I don't fully comprehend how that relates to like how you were demotivated.
It was just getting tired of studying the same content for 2 years, like just the whole IB system. I don't really like it personally. It did help me how to like manage my time a little bit better, but for the most part, it was it's just a difficult system to tackle because you're like taking up 6 classes and you gotta do all the work for these 6 classes at the same time. And yeah, I mean, that's after doing it for a while and just doing the same kind of work every day, like it's just nonstop. It would just get kind of annoying. That's why I got demotivated. I was like, I'm done with my apps. I'm just like waiting for all my colleges, and yeah, really like the only reason. That's why here in college I'm like super like reinvigorated. Like I'm refreshed. I'm like back.
Are you
like,
though? You're constantly playing Fortnite. Let's be honest. You're constantly playing Fortnite.
Okay, that's not true. I only discovered it like this month, and that's the only reason, or like last month, and that's the only reason like I'm back at it because like I haven't been playing for a long time.
Oh, back at it. Ooh, calm
Yeah,
down.
but it's-
Calm down, Tfue. Jeez.
Bro, I'm not Tfue. I'm far from Tfue.
He's quite good though. Savion is quite good. If we can record a Fortnite video sometime in the future, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Could get a dub. I struggle to get those. But yeah. So in many regards, we're different and yet similar schooling, like senior years in 2018. I think that's a fair statement.
Hello?
Did you drop out of the call?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, what did you say?
Also, yeah, by the way, if that happens often, it's just for this episode, I promise, because Savion and I are obviously in different countries. In the future, I'll try to get guests in person, but for this episode, I do apologize if we drop out a call here and there. That was very awkward.
Yeah, that happened in my first podcast. Let's just say that's exactly the same thing. Like we would just drop out and for no reason.
That's classic.
And then be like, wait, what happened?
But that's the point of a podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing is edited. Everything is real and raw, like a nice teppanyaki. Are teppanyakis raw? No, they're not. They're cooked. Like a nice sashimi. Like a nice sashimi.
Bro, relax, brother. Relax.
I was just saying when you dropped out, I was saying we both, I think it's a fair statement to say we both had different yet really similar experiences in senior year 2018.
Oh, yeah. Like we both had like, I'm pretty sure we had kind of the same amount of work and the same like struggles of like, oh, it's senior year, we're almost done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But we're also different because like we're doing different systems as well.
Yeah.
But then now college has been really, really fun. Like genuinely, I'm kind of rediscovering myself, rediscovering what I really want to do. And,
bro, I'm getting so many. I'm getting so many mixed like opinions on college. So like, for the most part, a lot of people are saying like, yeah, it's really fun. You're really free. But for another part, like people like Adi, like Joshi, right? He's freaking.
Yeah.
He keeps saying like, dude, college is so much more different to high school. I thought high school was bad, but college is so much worse. I feel like that's partially down to the fact that he struggles to manage himself at times. So it's sort of it's sort of like a self done issue. But at the same time, I don't know. Like,
wait, is he talking about work?
I think so. I think he means like what he means is like in high school, things are managed for you, like your teachers, they're constantly hounding you. Your parents are there, but in university, no one's really there. You have to self-drive yourself. I think that's what he means in the sense that like he has to always be on top of himself because no one's gonna be on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, I mentally prepared for that already. Like beforehand, I was like, man, I'm gonna be alone. Literally, not like I'm nowhere gonna be near my family. I'm nowhere near my high school friends. I only have like 2 people from my school here, so it's like I gotta learn how to do my own thing, be more independent as well. And like stuff that people have never learned. There's a lot of people in this university who have never like cooked their own meals or washed their own dishes.
Okay, no, sidetrack a little bit. You know what really gets me going? When people from high school, from our high school in particular, they post on Snapchat stories, oh, can't believe I have to make my own bed. Sort yourself out. Sort it out.
I mean, technically you don't. Like, sometimes I just, like, put the duvet over the bed and, like, I don't really, like...
Okay, I feel like you're missing the point.
But, okay, no, I know what you mean, but, like, I know people are, like, complaining about, like, doing their bed. I mean... because it's been done for them for the past like 18 years.
Yeah,
but it's true. You don't have to complain about it. Like,
exactly, dude. You don't have to put it all over your Snapchat and appear so entitled. I can't stand that. Like, it's okay. Like, okay, if you cannot cook a meal, if you can't, I don't know. Like, if you can't clean your own, if you don't know how to operate a washing machine, let's use that as an example. That's not embarrassing. Like. Okay, maybe it's a bit embarrassing, but it's not something that's like that bad. Like, I'll feel sorry for whoever can't, but like at the same time, like, we live and we learn, right? But if you're posting on your Snapchat story, gotta wash my own clothes at 11 o'clock at night. Sort yourself out.
Oh man, who are you throwing shots at me?
No, in general.
Okay.
I can't stand it when
I see you. I
that
see
happens.
you.
But
I see you.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting next year. Jesus, there's an echo. There's a very bad echo. But hopefully that goes away soon. Hopefully next year I won't be like that, because I feel like a kid talking about this, because all of my mates have already gone to university and I'm still, because of the Australian system. Like I said, I graduated literally 2 weeks ago. I only start on, do you know when I start? February 25th.
No way.
Yeah.
You said on the. That. I don't know. That could be a good thing and a bad thing. You know.
I don't know. I think that's
That could be a
orientation
good
day.
thing.
For those of you who don't get it, Savion and I are both born on February 25th. So I'm starting university on my birthday.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it could be a conversation starter.
Bro, I'm not gonna run around on orientation day saying, "Hey guys, it's my birthday today." Hey, I'm 19. I'm 19. How are you?
Oh man.
Hi, my name's Sarah. Oh, hi, I'm 19.
Bro, that's true. That's facts. Don't do that. Never
I'm not gonna
mind.
do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Uh,
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But I mean, the whole of
Interesting.
next year will be. I'm moving out. I'm going to Brisbane. Hopefully, I'll go to
Yeah.
Brisbane. I found
Let's go.
I found my results in. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I
Ooh.
found my results out in 3 days.
Guys, wish him luck in the comments.
What comments? Is that a joke?
hey! Some people comment. Don't worry.
No, when a video bangs, I get like 10 comments. That's when a video bangs. And when I say bangs, it means like 30 likes, 0 dislikes. That's when it bangs. Like the TikTok video, that was a banger. I thoroughly enjoyed putting that out.
That's because of me. Because I posted on my story. I'm joking.
Oh, dude, you posted after I hit like 100. I'm speaking like that's an achievement. That's like 1 million views. Like, chill out. No, but yeah, I'm quite keen to move out. It'll be interesting. I'm more interested to see how this goes than anything. Don't have the mentality of like certain people that are like, yeah, gonna get lit every night in 2019. Like, I don't really have that mentality right now. I'm more like, I just want to sort of see how it goes, And I have to.
That's kind of why I chose to go here in Abu Dhabi, because it's like not every night am I gonna be not every week am I gonna be like, oh, I wanna go out, I wanna party and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just wanna chill.
Fair.
But like the U.S. universities, man, it's like every week I always see my Snapchat stories like every week. People
we won't
out.
name names.
Maybe I don't see everything, and like some of them are like chilling and not going out every night. I mean every week, but like for the most part, I've seen like a lot of people just go out every weekend.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. Like it's fine. That's why it's there. U.S. university.
Yeah. They do them.
That's the whole
Like,
point of it.
yeah, exactly. Okay, that's not the whole
This
point
wasn't
of
my
it.
style.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, no, but like it just wasn't my style,
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's fine. Different people do approach university in different ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just interested to see how next year goes. Maybe I'll end up like that. Maybe you'll end up seeing me on Snapchat stories going absolutely crazy.
I mean, that's fine. Like I actually like if you're enjoying your life, that's good. Like you just have to be kind of enjoying these 4 years, because it's never gonna come back. Like these are 4 years of your life where it's like really fun and like chill,
Yeah.
Not chill because you still gotta work your ass off.
Obviously.
But, like, for the most part,
but generally, yeah, all people. Geez, I say all people.
Because like you have more time on your hands. You're doing less classes. Although the workload may be harder, you're doing less classes in general, so you have a lot more free time.
And in general, always old people, like our parents and all that, they always like say, "Oh, university are the best years of your life," and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Can't really argue with that logic.
Yeah,
It's like it's between high school and the working world. It should relatively be sort of
Should be fun.
Fun is like the base word. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Results come out in 3 days. Very nervous at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. 2019.
Yeah, as long as you don't fail, like it's not too bad. Like as long as you pass whatever condition of your college year, it's not too
Don't
bad.
fail. You're right though. Yeah, you're right. That's fair. Did you perform as well as you wanted to in IB?
Did I what?
Did you achieve as well as you wanted to in IB?
No. I'll be honest. I didn't. I really didn't. Like I wish I did. That's why I'm kind of using college as like it's kind of like my personal like bounce back and like a personal growth, like as myself. Like I tell myself, use college as a time for you to like don't learn from your mistakes from high school. So far, it's been working out for maybe like 3 out of 4 of my classes right now. One of my classes, no, just because it's just. But like for the rest of them, I think I'm like working hard enough that I'm doing well, and so not too bad. At the end of the day, it's like it was high school, so it doesn't matter anymore. As long as you made it here, like to whatever university you did, no matter what results, like no one's gonna hold it over you.
Yeah.
After
Of course.
It doesn't matter.
Dude, what is going? Aren't you using your campus Wi-Fi right now? The bloody your audio just keeps going all alien.
I don't know. Yeah, I am using my campus Wi-Fi. I don't know. You don't know. You never know with this.
You never know. Some dude could be
You
streaming
never know.
illegally.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna happen from time to time. I mean, I'm near a Wi-Fi router, but like I don't know why.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Maybe,
Like I said,
I just feel like people are it's final season, so a lot of people are just like focusing up, studying up,
of
like
course.
using the internet. I personally have a lot of things to do, but I took time out of my day to do this because it's fun.
Wow.
It's always really fun. It's always really fun to do.
You just
podcasts,
want some
you know?
appreciation for taking time out of your day to come on the Shuban Gooner podcast. God.
No, I mean like it's fun though. Like this is stuff that I enjoy, so like
That's
I want to
true,
take a
that's
break
true.
from my work.
Savion is very passionate about this type of thing, so it was very fitting for me to get him on for the first episode. Yo, I'm echoing super hard. I'm going to drop out a call for a bit. I'm going to come back on.
All right.
Alright, Gucci. So,
Okay.
that little moment is perfect time to segue a little bit. No, it's not. We're sort of still talking about 2018, but let's move away from school for a bit. For you, outside of school, how was like what was the best part of your year? Non-school related. Did you achieve anything? Any New Year's resolutions from 2017 that you brought into this year and you completed anything?
No, I didn't actually make any resolutions this year, which is really like for the past few years I've been making resolutions. I think this year I'm gonna change. Like I have a couple of resolutions in mind that I really want to do because like I really want to see myself. I want to better myself in terms of how I interact with people or like how I go about school and like how I go about work. So there's a couple of things I want to change. But like in terms of the best thing that happened to me, probably like playing football again. Like that's really been the highlight of this year because like longest time I've just been like not doing any sports. I've been not exercising because for some reason I thought it was smart during the IB not to do exercise and just not to do any sports or
Jesus.
I did a couple, but like I didn't do anything like athletic.
So basically,
like, that was really dumb.
So for your junior and senior year in high school, you just didn't do anything?
No, I didn't do it. I did like track for junior year.
Oh my days!
But like senior year, I didn't do anything.
How are you?
I quit football after sophomore. I didn't make the team in junior year, and because there was another like after school activity during that same time, and I thought that would take precedence, and like I had to kind of like focus on it. I kind of decided, you know what, let's just stop football, and that's why when I bring it back here in university, it's been really, really good. Like it's been a very very helpful in my transition to university, meeting new people, but also like keeping a rigid schedule. Like our trainings are like 7 a.m. in the morning every for like 4 or 5 times a day, 4 or 5 times a week. So
and you're happy playing.
It's been really like it's been a grind, and I haven't been playing like many games because I'm a freshman. Like freshmen don't normally play. Like they normally just come on as a sub or don't even like feature. They just stay on the bench. It's been really like it's been a grind basically, and it's been very fun and like reinvigorating to come back to playing football, and something that I've loved for so long that I just stopped playing. Like I can't believe that I stopped. I'm so surprised.
I feel that. Yeah. Couple. So for those of you who have watched my videos, you know I'm not very good at football. So, when I went to the same school as Savion in 2014, 2015 and 2016, then
14. You came in 14.
Came 14? Okay, yeah. So the football tryouts were 2014 and 2015. Both times didn't make the team. This was in the Philippines, by the way. Moved to Australia. Still, keep in mind, still not very good at football. But this is the wonderful thing about Australia, yeah? I'm just going to go on a tangent for a bit. Australia, they allow everyone to play sport. Like, you pick whatever sport you want. They still have to order based off like skill level. So like good players go into like the A team, and then bang average players or even awful players go into the B team. But essentially everyone gets to play the sport that they want to do. Like I'm still shocking at football, but I got to go to trainings once a week, and I got to play games once a week. And the fact that I was goalkeeper meant that I played every minute. See, tactical. But yeah, I do sort of get the same. I do sort of get the same feeling as you have, because obviously
that's the same here. It's the same here as well. Like the system with football here is the same. Like if you want to just play, there as long as you're committed and you're going to practice, you can join. There's 2 teams, team 1 and team 2, and if you're committed enough and your skill level is good enough, you can get bumped up. So like sometimes people from the second team get bumped up to the first team. It happens if you're just committed and like you're always going and making sure you know whatever the system is, like the system of of the coach, then you're good basically.
Yeah. See, I love it when it's like that. I think that's how it should be. The problem is I lived in Singapore for a bit before I went to the Philippines, and this is okay. Don't mean to just roast Singapore, but the problem with Singapore, okay, Jesus, that sounds terrible. The problem with Singapore, the thing about Singapore is that everything is sort of measured and quantified with academics, with everything. Just for an idea, in academics, each student gets a report card, and in big bold letters in the center of the report card, it tells you what placement you got out of all the students in your class. And
it's it's meritocratic system. That makes sense. Like that is Singapore.
I know. But like, it makes sense, but I don't fully agree with it. Okay,
like I don't like the system. I'll tell you that. Like it rewards you for hard work, sure, but like it kind of like takes away from the other
exactly
the other aspects of life.
That's what I mean.
That are as equally important as academics. You know.
Maybe I'm still a bit hurt because one year I got 38th out of 38 people in the class. But, you know, that's just me. I genuinely didn't know that's not it. But
oh man.
But Singapore, even in football trials and all that, they had trials. If you didn't make the team, this is the thing. They force everyone to try out. This is true, by the way. They force everyone to try out, and then if you don't make the team, you just don't make it. You have to go to somewhere else. So like everyone, usually all the sports rejects end up in like the art club or something like that. That's not a joke, by the way. That's not a dig at the art club or anything. That's genuinely what happened. I ended up in the drama club because I tried out for football, didn't get in. Tried out for, I think it was hockey, might have been hockey, didn't get in. Tried out for bowling, didn't get in because genuinely I was very unfit. Drama club was basically the reject club, and that's what I hate about it. It just makes everyone just sort of feel bad about the shortcomings. It doesn't really reward the mass of the students for what they're strong in. It more like picks out the best of the bunch and then looks at the rest and says, "Yeah, you're not very good." That's the mentality of the system. This is getting so deep for a 271 subscriber podcast, but it's true though. It's true. Like I'm giving single-handed experience. But that's just my opinion of the system.
That's insane.
That's a massive tangent.
So, yeah, but at least now it's not like that anymore.
Exactly.
It's chill. You're already graduated.
Exactly.
You're waiting for your results. You go to college. It's gonna be completely different.
Exactly. So yeah, you think replaying football in 2018 was your favorite part of the year?
Yeah, for sure. Like graduation was good. Like definitely one of the top. But I think coming back to football was a big part of this year. like definitely it's brought me back to just being more fit and like being like exercising, going back to exercising, and just like playing something that you freaking love, man. Like
yeah.
something that like you forgot for the past 2 years. Like where has that been in my life?
Mm-hmm.
And like also, it's also been weird because like, in high school I used to play like left back, right back, and CDM, but here coach is like putting me up. He's trying to like play me like left wing, right wing, and cam. He wants me to play as an attacking role, and it's really cool to just discover like this whole new side of my football career. Like I've never expected to play. I never expected to play like as an attacking role in my entire life. But here we are, it's like I think it's really interesting that I get to develop my game in a completely different way.
Bro, you should have told me this. I would have changed your positioning on Gooner City career mode, bro.
Yeah, you can do that now.
You're a CDM.
CDM is still my favorite position though.
Oh, good, because you're a CDM. You and Diego, dream partnership.
It's still
dream partnership.
Yeah, I miss Diego. I miss playing with Diego. Diego's so good.
I gotta make a video with him soon. Fortnite or a co-op. Anyway, I'm very, very glad that you mentioned getting fit in 2018. Because as narcissistic as this is, I'm going to segue into my best part of the year, in my opinion. I love talking about this. I know it's not very good that I love talking about this, but I'm really proud. I'm really proud of something.
Hey, no, you should be proud of it, man. You should be proud of it.
Yeah, I'm really proud of something that I did this year. So, it's the first time in my life that I've stuck to a New Year's resolution and surpassed it. So I'm so happy with what I've done this year. Basically, last year, December of last year, actually, it sort of got to a point where sort of I recognized the problem with being like overweight. Like my shorts weren't fitting me. My Arsenal jerseys were like, you could see the outline of my body when you put them on. That's not how t-shirts should be worn. I was very, very uncomfortable with my body. And okay, I'm not gonna make this into like this soppy, like sad story, but I legitimately was very unhappy with my physical shape. And end of last year, I was like, you know what, next year, gonna go on a full diet, gonna revitalize everything, and I'm gonna start going to the gym. So problem with last year was never went to the gym. That's the first thing. Secondly, this is not an exaggeration, I had KFC once a week, I had McDonald's once a week. That's a problem. That's a problem. I just always had, because every week KFC had like one special for that week. Like, oh dude, they were so good though. Like one time it was this is Australian KFC. One time it was the Zinger burger, but on top of the Zinger fillet, they had a thick mozzarella fillet. Oh my god!
No, please. I don't want to think about. Food. Oh man.
Okay. But yeah, that's what you need to know. I was just so uncomfortable with my body. January 1st, weighed myself 87.5 kilograms. I was like, all right, let's check out this BMI. Nearly on the obese factor. So how BMI works is, it's 2 underweight, perfect, overweight, and then obese. I was like in overweight, but if I kept going the way I was going, I would be obese without a doubt. And
I don't. Sometimes I don't trust the system. I don't trust the. I don't trust the BMI system. Sometimes it's kind of flawed because it doesn't take into account different heights. But yeah, for the most part, it's like
okay. Of course, it's not going to be 100% accurate. But like realistically, I couldn't like use anything else to measure like how fat I was. So I had to go with the best one. So I just BMI calculator, top result on Google, boom. So way overweight. Decided from that point, all right, got to change my diet. So no more KFC, no more McDonald's. But that wasn't it. I revitalized everything that I ate. So problem was as well last year, or past 17 years of my life up to that point, was I was eating because I come from an Indian family, rice and curry standard dinner every night. Rice is terrible for you at night. It's great energy food. The problem is I'd studied up on all this to make sure that I was doing the right thing. at night, if you consume carbohydrates, so that's like pasta, rice, white bread, if you consume all that, all these carbohydrates, and then you go to sleep, you don't burn it off, yeah? It gets stored as fat, and it keeps piling on. Even if you go work out the next morning, yeah, you're going to burn off a little bit of it, but you've already gone to sleep, and all that carbs is getting stored as fat, and just going around your belly, to your legs, to your arms, to your chest, and it just, that was the main problem. So, completely changed my diet. So for the whole of this year, I have consumed chicken and salad for dinner. And I'm going to be honest here, I despise it. It's disgusting. Salads? Why? Who invented salads? Who invented salads? They're a very flawed food.
Salad tastes good. I love salad. It depends on the salad,
salads,
bro.
I hate
But
salads.
it tastes good sometimes.
I try to vary my salads. I don't like it. Dude. It's disgusting. Like, bruh, I can't handle them. But I forced them down myself. And I'm very glad that I did. And I also started going gym Monday to Thursday every week. And it worked. I'm now sitting at 65.5 kilograms. That is 20.
Wow.
That is 22 kilograms lost. I'm very happy
crazy.
with myself.
Bro, wait, is this kilograms?
Kilograms, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm more than that.
Come on. I weigh less
But I used to
than
be
a
like-
5'7" kid.
How much were you before again?
87.5.
Wow. That's crazy. That's insane.
Bro,
that's literally like
so
a
happy with it.
props to you moment. Like literally like that's
man.
crazy.
See, this
The
is
grind must have been crazy as well.
grind was hard, dude. But you had to do it. I had to do it.
Hey, but it's nearing the end of the year, so that's good.
Okay, it's
You're,
not.
you're still gonna continue doing
Yeah,
it. Though.
you say it like, okay, January 1st, I'm gonna go to KFC. how this
Why
works.
not? Just a celebration and then stop after that.
Yeah, okay, maybe one. Oh, another
Yeah.
thing. This might have been the biggest thing. I completely cut processed sugar out of my diet. So that was
No way, really?
the only
Like-
I don't know if this is processed, but
Like sweets?
like everything. Like the only sugar, I mean, obviously, like noodles have sugar in them and all that, but they only like processed sugar. I don't even know the term for it. The only like sugar that I kept having was I put 2 teaspoons in tea every day because that was tea was my substitute for like the drinks that I used to drink.
That's not bad. I mean, okay. Like, did you eat like fruits and stuff?
Yeah. That's like fructose, so obviously that's good. But like,
Yeah.
by processed sugar, I mean like, okay, I cut all of me Coca-Cola, all of me
Like glucose and
sugary
stuff.
drinks, all of
Yeah,
the
yeah, okay.
biscuits,
That's
chocolate.
cool.
Cut that out of the air.
Wow.
I've had
Man, I
okay,
could never do
obviously
that.
I've had
I
the
could do it.
occasional one, but like I think if we had to go by percentage, cut out maybe like 95%, 90 more than that, maybe like 98% of the amount of sugar that I consumed last year.
It's insane.
So yeah, I'm very happy with it. Yeah, like I said, I love talking about this because it's like an achievement, and I'm so happy that I did it. But yeah, I fully acknowledge how full of myself that I sound, but it's perfectly fine.
No, but the thing is, it's fine. Like that's something like I'm down for anyone that talks about like how much weight they've lost like over the years. Like I genuinely think that's like to become a healthier person. I genuinely think that's something you can literally like. I don't mind people like not bragging about it, but just like telling people about it. Like it's not bad. Like I think it's really.
It's a weird flex, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh
Brilliant.
man, I love that.
But yeah, I'm really proud of that accomplishment this year. There was a point at this year, because the diet was going so well. I was like, sort of got obsessed with it. I was like, how can I make this better? You know what? Next year, 2019, I'm gonna go vegan. That lasted for about a week. That idea, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be living
That's pushing it,
university
man.
life next year. I can't be going out and buying vegan food all the time when I need to survive on like Maggi noodles and in the
Bro,
middle of
that's
the
gonna be
night.
so expensive.
Exactly. I'm gonna be on a budget as well. I have to survive. So maybe something to consider.
Vegan lifestyle is expensive. I have a couple of friends here, like, or at least vegetarians. but that's so expensive. Like it's so hard to maintain.
Low key, the inspiration was like Hector Bellerin, Arsenal right back. He went vegan this year or last year, can't remember. But I saw a video on him, and he was just like, he was talking about all the positive effects on it. And typically, I just like if some chick comes up to me and starts ranting to me about all the positive effects of veganism, I'd be like, oh, that's a bunch of rubbish. But because it was Hector Bellerin, and I have such a close like attachment to this person, I was like, you know what, he must be right. Let's listen to him. Maybe not the best approach, but whatever. Maybe I might go vegan next year. I feel like it is a really healthy lifestyle. It gets criticized a lot because it's associated with feminism.
I agree. I agree. No, I agree. It's healthy. It's just that I couldn't stand myself not eating.
It's hard, it's so hard, dude.
Or beef.
Fam, I need my chicken.
Pork.
I need my chicken.
Well, I haven't been eating pork because it's not allowed here.
That's true. Dude, I don't eat much pork.
I haven't been eating. Sorry?
I don't eat much pork as well, but like, yeah, I imagine it'd be very hard to eat in bloody Abu Dhabi.
Literally, the only place you can get pork is at hotels.
Oh,
it's so hard to get pork here. Like, yeah.
One day, Savion just breaks, walks into the Shangri-La, has the best char siu pork they've got there.
Yeah, you already know.
Chicken's good though. I've had so much Nando's this year. Oh, Nando's is so good, man. Nando's is so good. Do they have Nando's there in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, that was my first one of my first meals here.
Oh,
like the first
week.
It's
so good, bro.
That was one of my first week. I haven't had it since though, which really sucks because I miss it.
It's so good.
Like I want to eat it again, but I don't know. I haven't gone to the mall much just because like been really busy with. I don't know. It's just I'm not busy, but like I'm just kind of lazy to get out of campus.
Yeah,
campus. Like it's weird. Why? Like it actually happens though. I don't know about people from other universities. But it does happen here a lot where people just get stuck on campus, just not going out. Like I go out when there's like big events. I try and like make sure I go out and like I went out to the weekend concert because they were like people were like giving out free tickets and I was like,
okay, so like you're not like a sad little loner boy. You just genuinely just like sometimes
I don't know. It's just like life here is like you can get all your food here. You can get all your everything is basically here. Like. For you just if you want to go out of campus, that's more for like exploring the city, buying like clothes. But like I don't know, for some just I've only gone out a few times this semester, just like out of campus a few times this semester, just because I like saving money, and that's just my character. But next semester, that's something I want to like do. Like next year, I definitely want to go out of campus more, explore the whole area. Like I haven't been to any of the attractions, like Yas Water World or like. Warner Brothers World or the Ferrari World. I haven't like. I feel like next semester I like really want to go and explore this more. There's so much to explore here.
I imagine it would be. It seems like a really like country that's like rich with culture. So like India.
Yeah. I mean, the Abu Dhabi is more like westernized kind of. Not as much as Dubai, but it's still kind of westernized. But there is a lot of culture. There's a lot of restaurants from different areas, like I
imagine it would be
Filipino food. There's so many there's so many restaurants from different places. Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to next year. More of like exploring the city.
Nice. So we both have like we both have like specific things we're looking forward to next year. I'm sort of like looking forward to integrating to university. You sort of want to explore the city.
I'm looking like. Speaking of the resolutions a while ago, one of my resolutions is like whenever I'm with someone I know and like they're talking like, and whenever I meet up with someone I know and then they're talking to someone I have no idea who they are. Like it's my generally I would not introduce myself just because I don't know. It's just not my personality to like go out there and like introduce myself. But like I think my New Year's resolution is next year like. Whenever I don't know somebody and like they're talking to someone I know, I'm, like if if we're in the same area, like in the same like conversation, I'll just introduce myself and say, "Hey," because like for the most part, if they're not gonna do it, like it's just gonna be like weird and awkward. So like might as well just like break the ice. and sometimes you're gonna have to like take the initiative to do it. So yeah, it's something I'm looking forward to doing next year. Meeting more people and like introducing myself. It's hard when you get to a comfort zone and you have friends here, and then you
imagine it would be.
Don't want to like meet. You don't want to meet other people just because you're already comfortable with these people. Yeah. But like that's what I'm trying to improve upon on my life here. You know, like there's still so many people in the school I haven't met. It's gonna be almost impossible for me to meet everyone. But like for the most part, I do want to try and at least get to know. At least the people in my grade. If that's enough, then that's enough, you know.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
We're like becoming adults, dude. It's kind of weird. We're like talking about meeting people and like going to university and exploring cities, bro. It's kind of weird. Feels like still yesterday I was watching Courage the Cowardly Dog on Cartoon Network. That's a banging television program, by the way.
Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's I didn't watch much of that. It was a really weird show that kind of like it just kind of creeped me out.
That's sort of a good segue though. Very unintentional. Not even gonna lie, that was fully unintentional. But TV shows, not really cartoon TV shows because I don't sit around watching Nickelodeon anymore. Although I was watching SpongeBob the other day, it's still very decent.
Oh, rip Steven Hillenburg.
Still
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Man, I'm so sad that he passed away.
You know, something that I feel like every SpongeBob watcher has agreed on is the greatest SpongeBob moment of all time. You already know what it is. It's that moment at the Super Bowl when they all rise and they sing "Sweet Victory," bro.
No, I have that song in my.
It's in my playlist, bro. It's in my playlist as well, bro. Why are we such nerds?
Because that's good,
bro.
I love that. I love that episode.
I get goosebumps. No joke. I actually get goosebumps when I listen to the song. It's just, it actually is though.
It's an inspiring song. I don't get goosebumps. I just get memories.
But yeah, anyway. What are your thoughts on 2018 TV? Anything you think was great? Anything you think was not very good?
Let's see what came out this year, because I feel like most of it, I don't watch TV on like an actual TV anymore. All of it's from like Netflix.
Yeah, obviously.
American Vandal 2 was fantastic. Probably my favorite show.
I might start that because I've got so much.
American Vandal season 2 this year. That was a sequel to the first season. Still as good, maybe even better than the first season. And I think that's for me my all-time favorite show. A lot of people think it's so like it's not like deep or anything. Like it's such a corny show. Like, oh, they're just talking about like poop, or like they're talking about like dicks. But no, it goes a lot deeper than that. It's really, really interesting. But that for sure is like top of my list in terms of like TV shows.
It's a documentary, isn't it?
It's a mockumentary. Yeah.
Oh, it's a mockumentary. I actually didn't know that. I thought it was like a legitimate documentary based on real life events of the bloke spray painting penises.
No, it's a mockumentary. It's about like the first season out came out last year, like 2017, I think. That was a mockumentary, and like so they basically made like the whole show is made up. Like none of it's real. But like they're just trying to find out who
no bloke in America actually spray painted penises at school.
Yeah, but like it's sure it could be based on that, but like none of the guy's name is the guy's name isn't really what's his name, Dylan? Yeah, Dylan Maxwell. That's not his real name. Like
I thought it was real. Bro.
No, it's not real.
I feel so stupid now.
That's why, because it seems real. It's crazy.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, this is real." I haven't actually watched the first season, so I might do that sometime in this.
But have you watched the second season?
No, I haven't watched anything.
Wow.
I might start it soon.
Wow.
For me, interesting show that I watched. I've just Googled it. It actually says it came out 2017, but I only watched it recently. The End of the Effing World. It was.
Oh, I love that show. That was my favorite of last year. It was one of my favorite of last year as well. But like, I didn't count here because it didn't come out this year. But it's really, really, really good. I didn't expect anything from it, and I came out like pleasantly surprised. You know?
It's a very it's a very strange television show. I'll say that
It's
much.
weird.
Like, watch
It's
it
weird.
with precaution because it's very strange.
It's weird.
It's very brave. It's a
But it's
very brave
like,
show.
very interesting. Yeah, it breaks a lot of like norms of like TV series, because normally those kind of topics are not talked about. I don't want to get too much into the show. If people are watching like who have never watched the show before, yeah, it's really good. Like I highly suggest you watch it.
Was 13 Reasons Why season 2 this year or last year?
That's not even on my list. No, there's no way that's.
No.
It might be this year.
Calm down. I just want to talk about it. I'm not saying it's good or bad.
It was this year. Yeah, it was like May. I didn't like it. Really didn't like
season
it.
1 was last year though, right? Season 2 was this year.
Yeah, I didn't like.
Okay, season 1
it's too
good.
dramatic.
I thought season 1 was good.
Season 1 was good. I did agree. Season 1 is
Season
pretty
2.
decent.
I don't want to delve too much into it because it does come across. I mean, it does tread across some very serious issues, and I think it's good that there's a TV show out there that is willing to discuss serious, real-world teenage problems. But, like you said, it's almost overly dramatized.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't really happen in real life. That's why I don't. That's why I don't agree with it.
The problem is, I think that the creators of the show think that's how teenage high school works. And for the first season,
The thing is,
they almost nailed that. That stuff happens in like teenage high school. Second season, they have such
Nah.
What do you mean? Nah. Surely there are schools where that happens. I'd say first season
Nah.
was reasonably realistic.
first season, sure, like that actually does happen. A lot of bullying does happen. Like that kind of bullying does happen in schools. Second season is a little far fetched. I don't think it happens in schools per se. It does happen, like those kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna discuss what specifically we're talking about here, but there's stuff in season 2 that do happen outside. Maybe it does happen in schools, but very rare. I don't schools very often. I think it happens more like outside of schools and like poorer neighborhoods maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's some stuff. There's specifically one thing that's like in my head that I think happens. I don't think it happens in school, but it does happen.
What thing?
And like I'm glad that the show has brought light to it, but still.
Wait, which specific thing are you referring to?
Sorry?
Which specific thing are you referring to that you think doesn't happen in schools?
Do I really? I don't want to say it,
Bro,
I don't.
bro, 5 people. Oh, never mind.
The last. It was in the last episode, I think.
Well, no,
man.
The last the toilet scene. The toilet scene.
Yeah, the toilet scene.
Okay.
If for all of you guys who haven't watched season 2, and I strongly advise that you like be prepared, like be emotionally and mentally prepared to watch season 2, because it's very, very screwed up.
It's messed up.
Yeah,
It's messed up.
it's very messed up, and I just really personally don't think that happens very often in schools. And the fact that they made a season 2 was the thing that kind of I didn't really like it. So like I did watch it, so I ended up like biting on the bait, but I didn't want to, because like it's kind of like monetizing something that's not really shouldn't really be monetized, you know. Suicide shouldn't. I don't know. It's good that it's talked about more. It's a very big discussion. Like when you cross the line, like art, film or something.
Yeah.
Like those serious. But yeah, I didn't really like season 2. Like it was like I just didn't like it personally. And a lot of people also didn't like it.
I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was as bad as you're describing it to be. I think it was just like it was very empty. That's what I felt. I just watched it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
What
else?
What other TV shows came out this year? I haven't seen many, to be honest.
Black Mirror technically came out like the last 2 days of 2007.
I don't watch that show.
It was like the
so
start.
I wouldn't know. I've seen one episode, which was the episode.
You haven't watched? Oh man, you have to watch Black Mirror.
No, the thing is, it's a show where
you have to watch.
It's
Black
a show
Mirror.
where you
every
can
episode is literally like it's a deep dive into some like really like deep stuff, and it's really interesting.
But the thing is, I think it's a show where like I can literally. What season is it on now? Like 5, 6?
4.
4? Okay.
Season 5 is gonna come out, but it's on
I feel
season
like
4.
I could
right
literally
now.
just jump into any episode and just
Oh
watch
no,
it.
yeah, it doesn't matter what
Cause
in what order you
there's
watch.
no connection. There's no
It kind
connection.
of does for some episodes because there's like Easter eggs to other episodes.
Yeah,
but for the
like,
most part, not really.
There's no like inter-world correlation. Yeah.
And there is. There
So-
are like
so there's no-
some
there's
of
no
the
event.
events are interconnected,
There are-
but like it doesn't.
there
It doesn't.
is-
It doesn't affect the storyline.
Yeah. Okay. So I've only
Because
seen,
every episode is different. So.
I've only seen the episode with Jessica Chastain when she uses that app to rate people.
Oh, that's a great episode. At first, I didn't really think so, but I do realize how good that episode is. Actually,
That was a good episode.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I
episode.
haven't watched many TV shows of 2018. To be honest, I've been watching the same generic shows since like 2016. I just can't stop. Like Riverdale, The Flash. They're not very good, but I've got.
Oh no, I don't watch. I watched season 1 of River. I stopped.
I stopped after the first episode of season 3 because I couldn't handle it. Season 3.
This is season 3.
Yeah, just like 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago. I watched the first episode of season 3.
Okay.
Couldn't handle it.
I don't
stopped.
know if anyone's still watching that show though. Oh, there is a season 3.
Diego watches it. Diego still watches it.
Oh man.
No,
I don't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
I like the first season, but it was more for like it was a guilty pleasure. It's like one of those shows. It's like not too good, but like yeah.
I'm
So a show I really like, but I didn't get to talk about because it didn't come out in 2018. It's called Dark. It was released the last month of 2017. It's this German. It's all in German. It was based in a town called Winden, I think, in Germany. And the whole show's in German. You have to watch it with like English subtitles. But man, that show. Like, it's kind of like Stranger Things, but a lot darker. It's like It. It kind of has the vibes of It, but it's really really cool. Like,
oh, dude, they have Louis. They have Louis Hoffman. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know
what
these people are.
man.
Louis
I have no idea.
Lisa Vicari.
Bro, you're chatting right now.
I don't know who these people are.
But it's a really good show. Like I recommend. It's the most underrated Netflix show for me. I really think it's.
It's got banging ratings on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. How many seasons is it in?
It's only had 1 season. I think season 2 is coming.
How many episodes?
Soon.
10 episodes.
Hopefully it comes.
Ooh, do I watch it?
If it comes out this year, it's really like worth it. Trust, it's really worth it for sure. People were very skeptical. Like, when I asked, I told Justin, bro, watch this. It's just amazing. Justin was like, I don't know about it. Then he decided to watch it. He was like, oh my goodness. Bro.
Oh, so he actually watched it.
He watched the whole thing. It's crazy.
All right. I'll give it a look.
Yeah, those are some good shows. I don't personally watch TV shows much, but those are.
Yeah, I found myself not really starting any recently.
I watched Mr. Robot recently,
bro,
because I'm like really interested in it.
Bro,
that's it.
Don't even get me started on that. Incredible.
Mr. Robot is a good show, but that didn't come out this year. So
yeah, of course. I'll give you a broader question. Off the top of your head, top 3 TV shows of all time for you personally.
Movies?
TV shows.
Oh, TV shows of all time?
Yeah, top 3.
That's hard. Oh man,
they don't have to be in any particular order, and you can.
I don't know, because would I add like animations, like cartoons and stuff?
You can if you want. Yeah, you can if you want.
Oh.
And you can also specify like, because some shows obviously deteriorate after like 2 seasons. You can say like, oh, the first 2 seasons of this show, but not the rest of it.
Okay. Prison Break would be up there.
Yeah.
Really, really high up there. The first 2 seasons of Prison Break were very, very good.
Ooh. I don't know about season 2.
You haven't watched season 2?
I have. I watched season 2 and then I stopped watching it because I thought it was average.
I stopped watching after season 2. Those are the 2 good seasons, and then apparently got bad.
Season 2 is not very good in my opinion.
Season
1 was amazing. Season 1 was ridiculously good.
Yeah, season 1 was fantastic. What else? Walking Dead until season 4 maybe, or season 5.
I don't
know, but like
I've
The
never
Walking
actually
Dead was
seen a
really,
single
really good.
episode.
I loved every single, like, I loved the first few seasons of The Walking Dead. Then when like it got kind of complicated after a while, and then that's when I stopped watching. I think I stopped watching when Negan came into the picture. That's when I kind
No
of stopped
clue
watching.
who that
But,
is.
like, you don't even know Negan. Oh,
I've never seen Walking Dead.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, like that was a good that was a good show until I kind of just grew out of it. But it was definitely really, really, really good. Very gruesome. And then Freaks and Geeks. Man, that show.
Really
I wish I
familiar.
had a couple more seasons. That show was fantastic.
I've heard of that, but I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it's old.
Freaks and Geeks is like I think it had like Seth Rogen, James Franco.
Oh, it has
Jason
Marshall.
Segel.
Marshall from Big Bang. Oh, from what am I saying? From How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it was full. It was just full of like these like up and coming stars, and it was only one season just because I think it got canceled because
Saturday.
I think the writers just I don't know exactly what happened, but it was only one season, but it was fantastic. Like if they made more of that would have been great. But yeah, those are
Hold on, one sec.
I don't really watch many TV.
One sec.
So
My mom
Yeah.
walked in the room. Yes.
Mom,
Yes.
what's the tripping the things
How?
that
What?
Bruce gave you?
She's asking me for a pin. I'm so confused. There. It's
Oh,
a.
there.
She's got it.
Bruce, bakit yan tumana?
This is a classic interruption.
this is gonna stay on, is it?
Of course it is. Yeah, like I said, if someone walks into your room, you're fine. I
Yeah.
did predict it. I predicted this right at the start. I said my mom's gonna walk in.
Oh man.
Wait, where were you?
Yeah, Adam.
I literally
yeah,
didn't
those
listen to like the last two sentences you said.
Those are my three good favorite shows. I don't really I can't really talk about favorite shows right now. It's just really hard. Like I would put American Vandal up there. It's just not. I don't know, I
It
think
does need some time.
It's hard. It's really hard for me to put good shows like to kind of rank it. I can't rank them because they're just all good
Yeah.
in different ways because they're all different genres. Like
That's fair.
yeah.
Alright, here's my top three. I'll say season 1 of Prison Break. Okay, phenomenal, unbelievable. Like the twists and turns that it took. I was constantly like on edge. It's
Oh
so
man, yeah, that whole series was
good. It
out
was
on
so good, bro.
insane.
And second one, I'll say Mr. Robot.
But I was coming to check the hood, 9 o'clock.
What?
You're the man of the house, you need to get up and make sure, otherwise Bruce cannot tell.
Apparently, I have to wake up early tomorrow.
Okay, 9 o'clock.
Okay, I will wake up. Probably be playing Fortnite till 4 o'clock, but I'll have to wake up.
What was your second one?
Okay, Mr. Robot, season 1. See, here's the problem, Mr. Robot. Season 2
Ooh,
isn't good
Mr.
until the
Robot.
last 4 episodes, in my opinion. Season 2 is not very good until the last 4 episodes because something happens. I don't know if you've seen it yet, so I won't say anything.
I watched season 2.
Okay, do you know the twist I'm talking about when it reveals like where he has been this whole time?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. My
Until-
mind was like,
Genuinely,
what the?
until that
I had suspicions that he wasn't where he actually was. You know, I had suspicions that he wasn't because he wasn't with the gang the whole time. Like,
I was completely
Mr.
thrown
Robot
off.
crew. So I was so confused. It's like, why is he not with them?
I was completely
He's like
thrown
on his
off.
own adventures.
But like, I also wasn't interested for the first 6 episodes until that happened. I was like, oh, okay, this is good again.
Really? Okay. I was just like waiting. I was just like in a kind of limbo state. I was like kind of confused what was going on.
Yeah. That's why
But
I feel like
when the twist happened, I was like, wow, that's great. That's great.
Season three has some of the best episodes of the whole series, but it also has some of the most mediocre episodes. Season 3,
I haven't watched season 3, so like spoilers like
I won't spoil it for you, but I'll say this: season 3, I think season 3, episode 4, episode 5. There's one episode that is nearly fully one shot, and that might be my favorite episode of the whole series. it's just so amazing. Not only from like a technical standpoint, because that's so hard to do, but the whole episode is like one shot, but also like the way it keeps the flow and the pace and everything. For me going to film studies next year, that's like, it was a beautiful episode to watch.
One shot. That's crazy.
So that season 3, probably
Which season of what?
season
What
3
show?
of, season 3 of Mr. Robot. I'm still on that.
Oh yeah.
Inconsistent, but still good. But season 1, one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. It was just so incredible, constantly from the start.
Yeah. No, I agree. Mr. Robot is a fantastic show. Like really, really good. Really good.
And my third favorite, to complete the top 3, would have to be a comedy. In my opinion, the best comedy ever made, The In-Betweeners.
Oh man, I still need to watch that.
You've never seen
Still
it?
need to watch
What
that.
is wrong
I know,
with you?
I know scenes, bro. I know scenes, but I don't know like
It's
everything.
just constantly so funny. There's not an unfunny episode. Seriously.
No, it does. It doesn't. It only funny to certain groups of people. Like I don't think
That's true.
it's hard for like different cultures to find it funny
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's very British humor. So
Yes, somehow I
And
find
since-
it funny.
but
But then again, I
I'm very-
convince myself I'm British.
no,
every morning.
I'm not making funny. I'm just saying that I could relate to it because I watch British YouTubers or
Yeah,
British
yeah,
people
yeah.
on a day-to-day basis.
If I showed
But,
it,
like, some
if I showed it to
people,
my
it's
mom, she's not gonna
it's,
find it very
uh,
funny.
Yeah,
She's probably
yeah.
gonna slap me in the face for
But
sure.
yeah, it's definitely funny. Like I've definitely
It's
watched it.
hilarious, dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Man,
for sure.
that would be my top 3 of all time. And do you want to segue into movies? Because I've got that written down.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't. I don't know. I'm still like thinking. Like I can't really rank them. So they're all for me. Like Black Mirror, American Vandal. They're all like good shows. Like I can't rank. But yeah.
I feel like given more time to marinate, I might also change my list. But for the most part, I think I'd stick with that.
Yeah.
In terms of movies, though, I do. You know this about me. A lot of people don't. I'm like a nerd when it comes to this stuff. I have a list. I literally have a list on my like notepad on my laptop. My favorite movies of all time,
Of the best.
in order.
Yeah. No, you told me.
I'm a
about this.
nerd. I'm a nerd. It is revealed, exposed. I've also got a list here, which I did before the podcast, like last week. Top 10 of 2018. So I know. Okay, I'm guessing you don't have a list because you don't like quantify in everything you do because
Yeah,
you're
I'm
a
gonna
normal
try
person.
and I can't. I won't be able to rank it. Just gonna try and like list 10 movies that I've watched this year. I don't even think I've 10 movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm serious. I don't go out much to to the cinema to watch movies. I mean, basically wait for it to go on like Blu-ray or something.
We'll keep it
And
simple.
just watch it
We'll
online.
keep it simple.
But yeah, I don't really watch much. But
Name me your top 3 favorite movies of 2018.
Bohemian Rhapsody has to be up there, 100%. Like,
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Just Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
The feel
Okay.
that I got from watching that movie made me like, wow, like wow, that was so good. That's up there. I think Incredibles 2 should be up there as well.
Okay, yep.
That's my goodness, the amount of nostalgic vibes I got from Incredibles 2 was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 movies are very, very, very good, and I think those are my 2 of my favorite this year.
Okay.
What else was good? To be honest, those are the only 2 that come to mind. Like right now,
Okay.
like as I continue to think, I really think of more.
How about
but like-
I give you my top 10, and then if you hear something that you like, you can say that that's your third.
One thing I'm gonna say is that Infinity War is not gonna be on the top 10 list for sure.
Really?
I'm sorry to say, but Infinity War is not on the top 10 list.
For you.
What else is a good movie this year? I think I liked
Wait.
I like
actually-
Black Panther.
Actually,
I really like Black Panther.
why
I think Black Panther
why
is-
isn't Infinity War your number in your top 10?
just because I was disappointed by the ending. That's it. That's the only reason. It was fantastic until the ending. I'm sorry, like I'm sorry to say to every Marvel fan out there, I just was very disappointed that with the snap. I don't know. It's just like because we know that their movies lined up, like Guardians 3 is lined up, Spider Man, the Far Away from Home or whatever. That there are already movies like sequels for other movies. So I was just kind of I don't know. It's just like
We have a point of discussion here because on my top 10 list, Infinity was number one.
really okay.
We have a point of discussion here. This is interesting. See, I don't know if I get your complaint or not because I think Infinity War, okay, it's nowhere near a perfect film. I think it's a very good film.
It's good. No, I agree. It's good. It's just not top 10 for me.
I think I may be a bit biased because personally, that was the best experience I've ever had in a cinema.
Oh, I didn't watch it in the cinema. So
Okay, maybe that's your fault then. No, but no, but actually though, in the
Oh
cinema,
no, I did watch it. Wait, I did watch it in the cinema. What am I doing? Yeah,
You're
no, I did
a
watch
goose.
it.
I felt the cinema like experience from that. That's a movie you have to watch in the cinema. You can't watch it on TV or anything. That's a cinema film. That's like
Yeah, no, I did watch it in the cinema.
In
It's very
IMAX.
good.
I
It's
watched
a
it in
very, it's
IMAX
a
as
good
well.
spectacle for sure.
Bro, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. The plot, yes, it could have been better. I thought.
Yeah, it was jumping from. It was jumping a lot from scene to scene.
My complaints with the movie is that there are obviously different arcs to the whole storyline that contribute overall to what's happening. So there's the arc
Yeah.
of what's happening on Earth with Black Panther, Captain America, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
There's the arc of the space team, which have gone, Iron Man, some of the Guardians, Spider Man, etc. And then there's the arc with Thor. I thought the arc with Thor was so stupid. Yes, it pays off because the hammer the axe that he forges ends up playing a big role in the story. But having an entire arc, like, take up so much screen time over the forging of an axe, I thought that was a bit overdone. I thought that was way too overdone. I think they could have done with half the screen time with that.
Yeah,
Every
that's
time,
true.
every time they cut back to Thor, like freaking turning and like opening up a star or whatever was happening, I would be like, "Can we go back to Wakanda now?" Like I'm just not that.
Nah, but the thing is, Thor plays such an important role because I think he's the most powerful Avenger.
He
That's
is.
why
He is.
him and it's debatable him and the Hulk, but
Oh, we don't know what happened in Ragnarok in the arena, so
I mean I did watch Ragnarok, so yeah. I mean it's like that's only one battle, but like anyway, he's one of the most powerful. Let's just say he's one of the most powerful Avengers. So it's like he had to have he had to have that amount of screen time to justify
I know he did.
like why.
But I feel like it was
You know?
justified enough with his action. Like I'm just gonna spoil it because if you haven't seen Infinity War yet, what are you doing? He is the
Yeah,
guy.
what are you doing?
He is the guy that basically defeats Thanos. Okay, nearly defeats Thanos in the end.
Nearly.
That is
Nearly.
enough payoff for the character of Thor. You don't need to devote literally like half of the whole storyline to him forging a hammer. That's the thing. Like, okay, so
Yeah, but I guess
this is the way I
makes
see it.
sense.
This is the way I see it. Like,
But-
the Wakanda team on Earth, they're all like it's like different members of the Avengers and Black Panther and all that. They are trying to get the stone out of Vision's head, and they're defending themselves from the army that Thanos has sent. The team on in space, they are waiting for Thanos to prevent him from getting the time stone. Yeah, the time stone, which is with Doctor Strange.
Time stone.
So it's all like
Doctor Strange, yeah.
so it's all like things that correlate to Thanos in that moment. But the thing with Thor, I may be just going off on a tangent right now, but the thing with Thor, his entire arc revolves around him forging a hammer for himself. And I know it eventually plays into the story, but it overdoes Thor in the movie, in my opinion. Even though he's a great character.
Yeah.
And even though I live 2 hours away from Chris Hemsworth, that's a fact, by the
I
way.
can see where you're coming from. Definitely.
It's just my little complaint there. My little complaint. But yeah,
But I still don't like the ending, not gonna lie.
I thought it was brave. I thought it was brave.
What
The killing of
I
half the
thought
characters.
I thought it was a cop out. That's what I thought.
What? Really?
Because I thought
The villain
not
won.
cop out.
The
I thought
villain
it was-
won.
It was a money making. It was very money making scheme. It's just a money making scheme because it's like, oh, you have to watch the final. There has to be a final movie. You know, I thought this was gonna be the, but you know.
But the villain
Like,
won. The villain won, dude.
No, but he didn't though because they're gonna come back. You know.
Yes. Okay.
He won the battle, but he didn't win the war.
Okay, that's like saying in The Dark Knight,
I don't.
the Joker wins the battle, but he doesn't win the war. It's still a brilliant film.
Okay, I don't know because of the fact that the thing is Thanos didn't win.
Yes, he did.
Like
He
Strange intentionally gave him the time stone. He literally could have kept it the whole time, and like he had spells that kind of like prevented anyone from getting it. But he literally he gave it away.
The point is
because he knew
Thanos achieved.
at the end.
Thanos achieved what
What
he wanted
Iron
to
Man
achieve.
has a big role to play in the final movie. You know,
Yeah,
like he's gonna be the one.
Trailer was.
He's probably
beast.
gonna be the one to kill him.
The trailer was beast, by the way. That was a good trailer.
That was a good trailer
for Endgame.
And there's a lot of speculation about Thanos like giving up. Like he's not gonna be like, I don't know. He still has to be the main villain, but like I feel like he's kind of given up. He's done. He's done this. He's already finished. Like he's already killed off half the universe, and that's all he wanted. You know.
Exactly.
Do you feel?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, so that's why
I'm saying.
I think that's why he hung up his suit. That's why I think that's why I also think he's a fantastic villain. Like he also has like a story that like he's not like pure evil. You know, like there's still a side to him that's like sympathetic. You're sympathetic.
He may
like
be
when
the,
he may be Gamora and
he may be the best villain I've seen since maybe the Joker.
That's a fair comparison. It's been because like the thing is like he has good intentions. Just the way he bringing it out is just not good. You know, like you don't just kill half the universe.
You heard
like,
it here first.
Savion
thinks mass death is good intentions. You heard it here
No,
first.
bro. No, his intention is like there's not enough resources for everyone in the universe. So in order for the universe to survive and like people to continue living, he wants to basically his way of thinking about it is to kill off half the population of the universe, that people have enough resources to continue living. You know, that's his idea. In my idea, if you had that much power, why not just double the resource? but that would just kind of ruin the whole movie, you know. But that
you have opened up my mind so much there. That is plot hole and a half right there. Plot hole and a half.
But yeah, maybe he only has the power of taking away and not creating stuff. But like, still, he has all freaking.
Yeah, you think it has that power.
You should be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you would think, right?
You would think.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip over number 2 on my list for a while. I'm going to go to number 3 is The Incredibles 2.
Mm-hmm. Very high up there.
We both agree it's a great film. But I
skipped
over number 2 because I genuinely don't think many people have seen this film. It's called Searching. It's got John Cho in it. Have you seen it?
Oh no, yeah, I was meant to watch that in the cinema, but I decided, you know what, like let's not. I know what it's about. I know what it's about. No, yeah, I know. That's why I know it's a very deep and it has a lot of like just like it's just very well shot and well like for a movie that's done on the computer, like it is like well done, well shot, you know.
Yeah.
It's a better version of Unfriended.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Unfriended 2, by the way, because Unfriended 1 is like supernatural. Unfriended 2 is like the dark web. But like anyway, it's similar to that. But like apparently it's like really good.
It is.
I do want to watch it. I do want to watch it.
It's online right now. Like.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll definitely look it up.
Yeah, sure. Dude, it's phenomenal. It's like going into it. I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of them Unfriended films. But like, bro, it is insane.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
good.
There's so many turns and everything.
I mean, like from what I've seen, like just from what I've like heard about it, I think it deserves a. And I will. I'm gonna watch it. I just have a lot of fun right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What other movies?
That's well, just quickly going down the list. I've got number 4, A Quiet Place.
Oh, I need to watch that as well.
You haven't seen that? It's really good as well. It's really, really good.
I know.
Number 5, I've got
I
Deadpool
know.
2.
Deadpool 2. Okay, yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Sure.
Could have been better, but I thought it was good.
Sure.
Number 6,
Okay.
I've got Mission Impossible Fallout.
Well, that's a good movie as well.
That's a
But
good-
like, it's a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a classic Mission.
It's a classic one. Thing is, the one before this, Rogue Nation, that is in my all-time favorite movies list. That is I'm actually
Rogue Nation.
Rogue
Really?
Nation is that is unbelievable. Where is it?
Really?
It's my 30th favorite film of all time.
Wow. Okay, interesting. That's very
Unbelievable film. I
interesting.
thought that Fallout was a bit of a disappointment, like comparing it to Rogue Nation, like one of my favorite films of all time. But it was still very, very good. Some of the action sequences, bit
Yeah.
overdone in the end, but I thought it was okay. The lightning scene was incredible. The lightning scene was unbelievable in Fallout. That was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, it was very good.
Number 7, I got Black
I
Panther.
don't really remember watching Fallout, but like I
But
do
you
remember.
know it was
like,
good. You know it was good. You know it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Number 7, I've got Black Panther.
That's a lot higher on my list. Come on, man. Black Panther was
Bro, have you heard recently?
so good.
Have you heard recently? It's the first superhero movie in history that has been nominated for, what is it? An Emmy? Yeah, an Emmy for drama.
No, yeah.
Can you believe that? Black Panther. And this is the thing
I mean,
this is the thing that annoys me. Okay,
it was a very no. It's just really it was really well shot and really well like the.
It was-
plot, I love the plot. Like I genuinely think
Okay.
it was a good movie.
I love the plot. I think it was a great film. That's why it's my 7th favorite film of 2018. But it's so overrated. How can this movie get
Okay, yeah, I agree. That's overrated.
How can
I agree with that.
How can this movie get a nomination for an Emmy? The first superhero film to get nominated for an Emmy, when before this we had the Dark Knight trilogy, Logan.
Right, that was nominated for an Oscar. So
Okay, yeah,
You know.
no, that was for different topics. I mean, different categories. The Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah.
The Dark Knight got nominated, won 2 Oscars. One was for sound design. One was for best performance by a supporting actor, which was Heath
I think
Ledger,
it was
obviously.
nominated. I'm pretty sure it was nominated.
For best film?
One
No,
of
it
the-
wasn't. It
yeah,
wasn't.
I think it was. Yeah.
It wasn't.
And then I guess like Winter Soldier should all.
Winter
also
Soldier
been-
was
I think
wonderful.
I think it should have. Like I think Winter Soldier is better than Black Panther in terms of plot.
Yes,
I
I
think
agree.
I think Winter Soldier is the best. My favorite. I think it's my favorite Marvel. One of my favorite Marvel movies because it had the best plot.
Do you mean MCU or just Marvel in general?
MCU? Yeah,
I'd say MCU my
because
favorite
I think
film.
Deadpool is pretty decent.
I'd say
It's
MCU my favorite film
different.
is between Infinity War or Homecoming.
Homecoming, the vibes. It's
was
good.
so
but, like,
good.
It's good, but it's just more like nostalgia for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's-
It also has a great villain. I thought Vulture was a great villain.
Yeah, like I was talking to Sophia the other couple months back, and she's like, "No, the Vulture was one of the weakest villains." I'm like, "No." I was like, we had a
Is she
proper
high?
discussion about it. I was like she was like, "Nah, she's like the Vulture." I don't remember what her explanations was, but I remember her saying that Vulture wasn't her opinion. I thought Vulture was a fantastic villain.
Unbelievable.
Because he's more like real, you know.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
like us.
The
like,
way they-
like an everyday person.
They connected him to Peter as well so well. Oh, it was just it was so good, dude. It was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
Anyway, number 8. This is a bit of a guilty pleasure film, but I thought it was so funny. Tag. Have you seen it?
What was it?
Tag.
I don't know. Oh, Tag.
The one where the grown men play tag.
Oh, I never watched it.
It's so funny. Like, it's kind of bad, but it's like so enjoyable. It's so enjoyable. And below that, number 9 for 2018, I've got Game Night, which was,
Oh, Good Night is good. I enjoyed watching that.
it was
movie.
really enjoyable. And
It
number
was good.
10, some people may put this higher. I thought it was just very okay, but it was still good. First Man.
Oh, First Man. That's another movie I still need to watch.
It's online as
Yeah,
well.
that's still.
It's online.
Oh,
It's
okay,
good.
okay.
It's good, but it's like a classic Oscar bait film. Like all Oscar bait films have the same feel to me. They're really slow. They're really, like, they take their time to marinate. They're very serious, and like they can come across as really boring sometimes. And at times, First Man felt really boring to me. That's why it's not higher on my
Okay.
list. But it's still good.
I
It's
see
still
that.
worth a watch.
That makes sense.
But the pacing of the film is a bit poor, in my opinion.
Okay. No, that's a good list. I mean, I didn't really notice many movies in 2018. I don't know, like,
You've had a busy year, though. You've had a busy year, moving to university and all that.
yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, I haven't watched much in terms of movies. I am yet to watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Very, very excited.
I want to watch that as well. I think it's out next week in Malaysia, where I am. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's out tomorrow for me. And then Creed 2, I haven't watched yet.
I haven't watched
Still
it
need to
either.
watch.
I need people to watch that with. So I will watch that.
Fantastic Beasts, the second one. I still need to watch
I'm
that.
not gonna watch
There's
that.
still a lot of movies I haven't watched.
I'm not gonna watch Fantastic Beasts. It doesn't have.
Oh, I like Crazy Rich Asians. There, that's another one.
I have not actually seen that, but I don't intend to because it
It's
seems
very-
overrated.
It's very good. I mean, it's very relatable to me because all of our friends from my high school are all Crazy Rich Asians, so it
Oh
makes
my
sense.
God.
You know,
You're a crazy rich Asian. Shut up.
I'm not. What the. Bro, I'm not a Crazy Rich Asian. Why am I going to the school if I'm not a Crazy Rich Asian? But yeah,
Should we end it
I
there?
don't really have. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
How long has this been? 1 hour 25 minutes. Sounds very decent.
No, man, it hasn't been an hour and 20 minutes. It's almost been 2.
Are you stupid? I've literally got the recording here. 1 hour 25 minutes.
Okay, okay, then. I don't know. 6. Did we start at 6? I don't know. Did we start at 6?
Nah. But
It
here-
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyways,
um,
but yeah, that was a good podcast.
Thank you
We
very
talked
much.
about-
Yeah, we talked about a bunch of stuff, and in that respect, that's what I meant at the start. I'm not gonna give it a title because it shouldn't have a title. We talked about superhero movies. We talked about 2018 films. Talked about TV shows, and we also talked about serious issues like school and the Singapore education system. So we can't really give it a specific title.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be fair.
yeah. I mean, there's one thing that we didn't mention, which is YouTube Rewind. I would love to.
YouTube what?
YouTube Rewind.
Oh, that's true. I did say before this that we should discuss that.
I mean,
But
it's up
that's
to you.
also-
We can keep going. This is the first one.
This is the first one. We might save that for another time, though. We might.
Okay.
But my idea,
Sure.
my thinking behind that was every time I do a podcast, a good way to end it would be to like discuss something that's sort of relevant and I'm interested in. So like at the moment,
Okay,
YouTube Rewind
that
is
makes sense.
relevant. But yeah, I think we've done more than enough for today. I think
Yeah.
also my thinking behind that concept of saying something relevant would be like to buffer the length. But I think
Yeah.
1.5 hours is more than enough. I think it's been a good
Bro,
podcast.
that's the YouTuber mentality of getting it over 10 minutes.
Okay, well, but the podcast is obviously going to be more than 10 minutes. I just mean like,
I know, but I'm just saying that YouTube mentality. You gotta just get that watch and attention time.
bro, if
as long as possible.
anyone's gonna have it under 10 minutes, it's me, the guy who gets 20 views per video. But yeah,
Yeah, that was a good podcast. I
it was
enjoyed
great.
it. Thank you very much for having me
Let's-
over.
let's pray to God that the recording doesn't corrupt. Nah, it'll be fine. I'm using OBS. I'm using OBS. Yeah. I'm quite happy with the setup. In the future, though, I will definitely have guests in real life. But I thought it would be so fitting if I had Savion as my first guest. But yeah, like I said, I would have a guest. I'll only record if I have a person to record with. Otherwise, it's just not going to be a very enjoyable podcast. Me sitting in my room, just waffling away. But yeah, thank you very much, Savion, for coming on, and thank you,
Thank you.
whoever
Thank you
this
for having
is,
me, man.
for listening to the very first episode of the Shuban Gooner Podcast. Take care and good night.
Peace.